In this video, I'll be showing you how to make stitch braids, but this particular style is not just plain stitch braids. It has different pattern like the heart shape, the zigzag. So let's get right into it. So I skipped the beginning of the straight part, so I just started from the middle so it could show very well. Here I'm using a wooden cutting comb to part the natural hair. Then I'm adding extension to it. So first thing you want to do when you're doing stitch braids is you want to get hair wax, you want to get brush. So when you apply the hair wax on the hair that you want to braid, you use your brush to brush both sides, making it look sleek. Then you start braiding. So when you start braiding, is either you have a long fingernails, like your pinky finger is long, or you're using a wooden cutting comb like I'm using in the video. So you use your wooden cutting comb to part a little bit, you weave, you part a little bit again, you weave. But while you're weaving, you're adding extension. Mind you, if you're starting your stitch braid, you don't want to start with the extension from the beginning because you might damage your client's hairline. So you want to braid the client's hair backward a bit before you start adding extension to it. So now you can see that I already applied the hair wax, although I didn't do that on camera. So you apply the hair wax, you brush, then you start parting with the wooden cutting comb like I'm doing right here. Then you continue to weave. You want to make sure you're gripping the hair properly, although you're not being too hard on your client's scalp. You don't want it to hurt really bad. So you just continue repeating that action, like parting it, adding extension, weave. And that's it. Weaving straight is because there's a crisscross pattern here. The beginning is heart shape, then the middle is a crisscross, then the back is straight. So instead of weaving straight down, you see me turn to the other side. So I'm weaving the hair to the other side to form a crisscross. So for any one of you that don't know how to form a crisscross, you want to part the hair into 4. It depends on how wide you want the first one to be. So me, I want the first crisscross to be closer to the front side because I want a heart shape, then crisscross, then straight at the back. So I just cut it a bit closer to the side, to the front. Then instead of weaving straight, I just weave to the other side. So like I said before, brush the 2 sides that you want to stitch. Apply your hair wax. It could be any brand that are very good. It could be Shine and Jam. It could be Ossalt. I prefer to use Ossalt because the melting after effect, it just turns to oil and it makes the scalp look shiny. That's why I really like it, and it's so easy to like mold the braid, like the hair when you're braiding. So I just continue braiding all the way down, and I'm doing the same thing, part, add extension, weave. So now I'm on my second crisscross, so I'm going back to the other side. So this is how I form my 2 crisscross. The first one at the front, then the second one close to the back. Then I'll weave straight down. Mind you, my client's hair is natural hair. You can tell that she really maintains her hair well. She's blow dried, she's applying moisturizer. So if you're working with a soft hair, it even makes your work easier. I want you to keep something in mind. When you're stitching any type of hair, you don't want your customer to apply or your client to apply oil right before their appointment. You want it to be a clean hair that you're working with, because the oil in the hair determines how your hair wax is going to do the molding for you. So if there is oil in your hair already and you apply the hair wax, it won't give you that sleek look that you want. You see how neat this looks. I've not trimmed, I've not done anything, I'm just braiding. Now we're on to the other side. Okay, so this is another clip from the other side, but I don't think I started from the beginning. This is me braiding all the way down here. So this is one of the zigzags. So if you're parting zigzag, I think, okay, I'll do a different video on how to part zigzag for stitch braids, and you still have a straight braids on it. And this is the other side. I don't have a beginning of the video too. Okay, now we're doing the other heart shape to complete the crisscross side. So you see what I'm doing? I'm starting with my client's hair.
Yeah. Like it was very short. Yeah. So this was September 2020.
So this is 2 years growth.
Yeah. No, 4. Yeah.
In another video, I'll show you the amount of air wax you need to apply, like to have achieved that molding look. So when you're parting, it shows that stitch pattern properly. So in another video, I'll show you the amount of air wax you need to apply, then how you start stitching after. But here I already applied my air wax and I'm just stitching the hair. So here I've not started adding extension to it. Oh, I think I got one extension here because that part of her hair is thin. Another thing I would like to add is a neat braid does not necessarily mean the hair has to be very, very tight. Yeah, you want to grip the hair properly. You're working on the hair, but don't be hard on the person's scalp. Don't be aggressive on the person's scalp, like holding it so tight. There's a pattern to weaving. So if you're weaving the hair properly, it shouldn't hurt. Although some people are tender-headed, they'll complain with any slight touch, like anything touching their head, they'll definitely complain. But you don't want to be hard on your client's scalp. You want them to enjoy their braiding experience. Now we are done braiding the hair and I'm dipping the hair in hot water. But before I dip the hair in hot water, I trimmed my braids and I'm dipping it in the hot water now. You want hot boiled water. You want to use it for your braids. So that's what's going to give you that clean look. So for every braids that you're using extension for, you need to put it inside hot water. So it's going to be smooth and it won't give that rough look. Then for the upper part, you dip your towel in hot water, then use it to smoothen it. Yeah, I've applied mousse on my client's hair and I use a durag to tie the hair so I can secure the mousse on the hair. Then I'm blow drying. What does this do to the braids? It gives your braids a smoother look. We're just trying to do everything to make the hair stays neat for as long as our clients want to carry the braids. So this is one of the tricks of letting your braids last longer. You see how see how beautiful it looks. Can you tell that hair is natural? No, you can't. Now I'm spraying my oil sheen. See, that gives it a shining effect. So here I'm showing the product I use above. Then this is the final look. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share. Hope to see you in my next video. Bye.